What was that thing? What monster could this skeleton possibly belong to? Why is it so ginormous? Where did it come from and what killed it, and how could it be connected to the upcoming Godzilla x Kong movie, which from the recent teaser trailer that was shown, we might be getting some creatures from space here, all right? We might be going there. A lot of fan theories about this creature. Is it an ancient Chinese dragon that would hover through the air of Hollow Earth with its weird gravity? Is it something that's more of a serpent god akin to the world serpent of Norse mythology? Is it connected in any way as like a father to these flying serpents that Kong fought, or the ocean serpent that Kong fought in Godzilla x Kong? Is it in any way connected to the multiple serpents we've seen in the Godzilla Kong franchise thus far? I don't think it's any of that, y'all. I think it can be explained with something a little different. You see, when I look at this being, there's no way a being of this colossal size, and by the way, it's not this big. This size comparison, I don't know who the hell designed this, but it's not that big. It's just a tad bit smaller than that. But a being of this size is not directly related to any of those kaiju. What killed it, in my opinion, straight up it died of starvation. To maintain this kind of mass, you need to eat a lot. Chances are he plowed his way through half of Kong's kind, and a lot of the prey that it would kill probably hid underground, to the point where it was too big to go into certain crevices and find these creatures, all right? They were small enough to hide there, which is probably where Scar King came through and took advantage and started leading them, right? I believe that a long time ago, this creature came through, killed a lot of animals, ate his way through everything. Just simply was not enough in Hollow Earth. Either all these creatures adapted and found a way out to hide, or he literally just ran out of food and he starved to death. I believe that is what happened. I don't think a bigger, more demonic kaiju came and ate him. But there is a connection between it and another being that I'm about to mention, okay? This creature, in my opinion, is fundamentally incompatible with Hollow Earth. One, it's massive. It needs a lot of food, wasn't getting it. And due to the gravity of Hollow Earth, it simply was incompatible here, right? So, if you want to figure out what this being was, what this Titan was, you need to figure out what the hell Hollow Earth really is. This is a question no one answers properly. Think about it. Hollow Earth itself is not just another layer within Earth that has a bunch of monsters in it. No. Think about the way it correlates to gravity, energy, and life. All of these things work differently in Hollow Earth than they do on the surface Earth, our world. When I think of Hollow Earth, I think of all the theories of Hollow Earth outside of these movies, about how Hollow Earth is kind of a gateway to another alien dimension or an alien paradise, an alien world. And I think when I saw Hollow Earth for the first time in these movies, I thought of space. I was like, this shit looks like it belongs more in like a different planet in space than it does on Earth. Which got me thinking about those crystals that manipulate gravity, energy. They're connected to multiple things like Godzilla spines. They are used to control Shimu through their spines. There's a lot of crystalline fused beings that are born from this place. These crystals are the center point of everything. I believe that Hollow Earth is a cosmic nexus point. Okay? And the crystals found in Hollow Earth are not just energy sources. They manipulate gravitational forces, create wormholes, and might even bend space-time. These crystals could be fragments of like a larger interstellar network, connecting planets or dimensions. Hollow Earth may once have been a terraforming station or a celestial anchor point. Who knows? If gravity is being controlled this precisely, then Hollow Earth may act like a node in a galactic web. Hear me out, y'all. Think about Ghidorah. Ghidorah does not belong on Earth. He was an alien. That was confirmed in King of Monsters. He's a false king. How would he have gotten here? He could have fallen from the sky in a meteor, sure. I think the more plausible way is he got here through a dimension via wormhole of Hollow Earth. I think this being fundamentally does not belong on Earth. He came here through Hollow Earth, and he found his way to escape to the surface because he was incompatible with Hollow Earth. He couldn't do what he wanted here. He couldn't fly properly here because of the way the gravity was. Once he reached the surface level, he was able to reign supreme. And then I think Shimu probably found him and froze him in the Arctic or some shit. I don't know. But this is a process that's been happening for millions of years, okay? And then we get to Space Godzilla. What is Space Godzilla? He loves crystals, right? Space Godzilla in the Toho universe creates and feeds on gravitational energy and energy amplifying crystals. the same kind possibly found on Hollow Earth. These may not be natural to Earth at all, these crystals. They could be cosmic technology or remnants of a race of ancient beings who use these crystals to seed or conquer worlds, who knows? But the crystals could have called out to beings like Space Godzilla or Ghidorah or other beings across dimensions or galaxy. It's as if Hollow Earth is a beacon or a battery. So, this skeleton of this large monster, I believe this being was once a large parasitic monster that, like many other beings, existed in a zone where there's monsters that are way larger than we could ever imagine. They would make Godzilla and Kong look like pebbles in size. They wouldn't even be able to fit in Hollow Earth, for fuck's sake. They're just casually in a zone, and they would find prey through different anchor points via these crystals and the signal they give off in Hollow Earth, and that's how we found us. These crystals attract beings from different dimensions, y'all, throughout space. And unlike Ghidorah, who came down here to like be an alpha to Titans and rule, he's a consumer. He just wants to eat and eat and eat because he's so fucking massive. You need to eat a lot to maintain that size, to maintain living. And whatever zone he came from wasn't cutting it. He just wanted more and more and more. He was a gluttonous monster. And then he came here and was trapped here through Hollow Earth and starved. Maybe he's part of the reason why there were seals made between Hollow Earth and our Earth to protect us from ever being confronted by a being of that size. Perhaps this monster was one of the first to breach Earth's hollow core from outside because it was drawn to energy. Its body may have been too massive or incompatible with Earth's gravitational pull, causing its death upon entry or starvation, which is what I think. And his bones are now a symbolic warning of what's to come. As the Hollow Earth's crystals activate, thanks to Kong and Godzilla or Star Kings constantly fucking with them, they could send a signal across the galaxy. This could summon a being like Space Godzilla, or similar crystalline deity to reclaim its territory, leading to a cosmic level war, which is what I think we're getting in Supernova. I think the skeleton bridge, that being was just the first wave. The real threat is coming. I believe it's Space Godzilla. I think he's the villain of the next film. Whatever zone Space Godzilla and all these monsters exist in, you can think of it as like these Lovecraftian dimension, where all these large-ass cosmic level beings are. And this creature was just the first of many. And I don't even think he was near the strongest. I think he was just massive in size. I think we're seeing the strongest. I think we're going to see the strongest in the form of Space Godzilla, or maybe they're going to take a space approach to destroy it. That's what I think might happen. And we're going to see Kong and Godzilla take on Godzilla's crystalline twin. I do think at this point the humans have gotten enough DNA from Godzilla, and there might have been an experiment, and it might have involved space, and they might have fucked with things, and I think they might have created a Space Godzilla. Or there's something even worse at play about these crystals. Something about them that forms beings over time. You could say that Shimu and Godzilla... You can say that Godzilla, in the legendary universe, I believe Godzilla isn't just like a lizard that got irradiated by nuclear bombs and shit. I think he was an ancient being that existed and had a whole species behind him, right? You could say that the crystals are this ancient technology that furthers evolution of creatures, or even creates creatures. And they exist not just on Earth and Hollow Earth, but they exist throughout space and time, and they all connect to each other, ping off each other. And certain entities find their way through different worlds via sensing these crystals and feeding on them. And I think Space Godzilla is one of them. I think that's what we're getting, y'all. I think that's what we're getting, Supernova, and I think that's kind of points to the origin of that big-ass skeleton bridge monster that my fans wanted me to touch on. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.